Hi, it's Vicky with Conde Systems Tech Support, and in this video I want to talk about heat tape. Technical question we get, common call, is I've got tape marks on my product. So I want to talk about why tape marks show up and how to prevent them, or the best ways to prevent them. So I have some demonstrations out here, going to show you very quickly. Also some of the methods that I use to avoid tape marks, and I think it'll be helpful for you as well. So we're going to get started. First off, tape marks are usually caused, one, by not using protective paper. So if you have a mug, you put it in a mug press and you tape your image down, you don't use protective paper, oftentimes you can see tape marks anywhere where the paper is not covering an area, which also would include a tape mark. So make sure you're using protective paper anytime you're pressing mugs or press anything. So it's really important in our instructions with everything we press, use protective paper. This is one of the reasons we use protective paper, so that we can prevent tape marks. There are several other reasons why we use protective paper, but tape marks being one of them. Another thing that causes tape marks, where you can tell where tape has been after you sublimate onto a product, is applying tape to the front or anywhere that is sublimatable on an item. For instance, this is a piece of hardboard or a Chromolux panel. If you were to put tape around the front, even before you sublimate the item, at any point where that tape had been, you're going to see those tape marks. Okay, whether or not you remove the tape or not, you're going to see tape marks. Never put tape anywhere where it's sublimatable. And that leads me to the next thing. I think the proper way to, or what I want to show you is the proper way to use the heat tape with something like this is, one, you can use Pro Spray where you don't have to use heat tape at all. Make sure you look to our video on how to use Pro Spray correctly. That's really important. So if you choose to use Pro Spray, that is another alternative to heat tape. But if you're one of those folks, or if some folks like to use the heat tape, what I have here is a sheet of paper, and I just want to show you how to do a hospital wrap, or what I call a hospital wrap. And basically, you take your product, this is your sublimatable side, this would be your media with your image on it. It's face up, template, for instance, image on it. So you would put it face down, lining it up in the template. And what I like to do is to of course, make sure it's real flat, pressed up against the paper or the media, and you're just going to kind of hold some weight, a little pressure here on the back, and it's like wrapping a Christmas present, I guess. I call it a hospital wrap, but Christmas present. You want to get the paper really tight. Contact is real important. This is the back of the product, so your heat tape, of course, you can apply to the back of the product, unless it's a double-sided product, and then you probably would want to rethink that, because you don't want tape anywhere, whether you sublimate to the back or the front at any time. You don't want the heat tape anywhere where ink would be transferred either now or later. So we'd stretch this in, wrap this, make sure you've got a good contact on the front, because we have a video that talks about pressure and how important contact is. So you want to make sure you got good contact on the sublimatable side. Okay, so we turn this, and if you really want to, if you feel that you need to, you can continue to wrap all four sides. But what's important about wrapping this is just making sure that the paper doesn't shift at all, causing shadowing. And shadowing is another video that you can go look on Conde website, talk about shadowing and what causes shadowing. Okay, so this is probably a little more wrapping than what I really need, but if you want to be certain and feel secure about getting your image on right, this is what I call a hospital wrap. Okay, and so now what we're ready to do is, we've got a flat surface here, paper's up against it. We're ready to press this substrate, and make sure you get online and follow the instructions about what product you're pressing to, so that you can press it correctly, time, temperature, and pressure. But this is another way to avoid heat tape marks. So We've been over how to avoid heat tape marks using protective paper, how not to put tape on anywhere you have a sublimatable area, also using Pro Spray. So protective paper is probably one of the most important things for preventing heat tape. So if you have any other questions about how to prevent heat tape marks or how to use Pro Spray, make sure you give us a call here at Conde or tune in to Conde TV. A lot of questions can be answered that way. My name is Vicky. As always, thank you for your time.